So let's talk about the mind's hidden instruction manual. It turns out we all have these, well, let's call them factory default settings. They're these powerful psychological patterns that are quietly guiding our emotions, our behaviors, and our relationships every single day, whether we realize it or not. I mean, come on. Wouldn't life be so much easier if you could just flip to the troubleshooting section to figure out why someone is acting a certain way? Well, what if I told you that in a way, that manual already exists, and it's hidden inside each and every one of us? And that's really the core idea here. Think of your brain like it's running an operating system, one with a bunch of pre-installed features that are constantly running in the background. Understanding these features, that's the key to decoding ourselves and the people around us. So let's dive into the first one. Alright, our first pre-installed feature is what we can call the emotional echo. This is all about how feelings seem to spread from person to person, almost like an invisible wave. And what's powering this is something called the mirror neuron effect. It's this completely automatic process where our brains are basically hardwired to reflect the emotions we see in other people. You see someone smile, and your own brain starts firing in a way that makes you feel just a little bit happier too. It's fascinating. This is exactly why moods are so contagious. It's the reason one person's genuine laugh can get a whole room going, or why walking into a really tense meeting can suddenly make you feel anxious, even if you don't know why. We're all just constantly and subconsciously echoing each other's feelings. Okay, moving on to feature number 2. This one reframes something that, let's be honest, many of us see as a flaw: overthinking. But what if it's not a flaw at all? Yeah, so instead of seeing it as a bug in your system, try thinking of overthinking as a built-in feature. It's actually a super powerful signal of deep emotional investment. Your brain overthinks when it has flagged something as being so significant that it simply refuses to let it go. Let's just walk through how this works, right? First, something happens that feels important. Then, your brain flags it as significant. And that triggers it to start replaying scenarios, trying to understand it from every single angle. See, it's not a weakness, it's just your mind's way of showing how much it truly cares about something. Alright, our third feature is all about the messages we send without ever saying a word. Let's get into what we call the unspoken truth. You know, we often think the communication is just the words we use, but so much of the real story, the real truth, it's revealed indirectly. It kind of leaks out through our tone of voice, those fleeting facial expressions, and tiny little behaviors we might not even be aware we're doing. So we tend to focus on the direct words, right? Like when someone says, "I'm fine." But the real story is often in that other, non-verbal channel. You gotta ask yourself, is their tone a little